So in yesterday's video, I said The Rock would come out on Smackdown, he would announce WrestleMania in New Orleans, and he would go, and nothing would happen. So I was wrong. However, my expectations are still extremely low for whatever The Rock is cooking up here, because this was clearly rushed. This segment did not need to be anywhere near as long as it was. It was well over 20 minutes, right? It was long, man. The Rock switched from fucking face to heel once he'd made the announcement. He says, "Oh, you got WrestleMania, but now I'm going to start calling you a bunch of crackheads." And then he called out Cody Rhodes. And The Rock basically said to Cody Rhodes that they're all friends now, which is something I don't like. Right? They're all friends now. Mama Rhodes and Mama Rock, they're friends. Everyone's friends, right? Everyone's friends. Now, The Rock wants Cody Rhodes to be his champion, his corporate champion, okay? Cody Rhodes has got until the Elimination Chamber to decide whether he wants to be The Rock's corporate champion or not. Now, at Elimination Chamber, Cody Rhodes is obviously going to say no. Even though a heel Cody would be interesting, it just won't make any sense. It wouldn't make any sense. I'd rather turn Cody heel a different way rather than this way, right? Especially after everything The Rock did to him. Why is he going to now bow down to The Rock after all The Rock did to him? And The Rock, in a post-show press conference, has said that the feud between him and Cody doesn't need a match. It doesn't need a match, even though The Rock has a pinfall over Cody Rhodes. Cody's not going to get that win back. This guy's turning into Hulk Hogan more and more every fucking day. Honestly, right? But he's got until the Elimination Chamber to decide. Obviously, he's going to say no, which leads everyone to believe that someone who's going to win the Elimination Chamber is going to take The Rock's side and become The Rock's heel corporate champion or potential corporate champion, right? So let's have a look at the names in the Elimination Chamber match, and we will see who fits best for The Rock's corporate champion or chosen one if he doesn't win WrestleMania. So we've got Damian Priest. Now, I'm sure none of you want this to be Damian Priest. Neither do I, so we're going to cross Damian Priest out immediately. Bye-bye, Damian. Logan Paul. I don't want to see another Logan Paul-Cody Rhodes match, and I'm sure you don't either. Plus, Logan Paul doesn't need the rub, because one of Rock's things was that he's got 500 million Instagram followers, and Cody Rhodes has only got a few million, blah, blah, blah. Logan Paul doesn't need that rub, so Logan Paul, you're getting crossed off. Seth freaking Rollins. He definitely needs the rub from The Rock, because outside of wrestling, absolutely nobody knows who this man is. And if you don't believe me before you bitch and whine about that, have a look at this. Becky Lynch and date. Seth Rollins was and date. They didn't know who the guy was, okay? Now, I have no interest in seeing Seth versus Cody again. I have no interest in seeing Seth team up with The Rock. Seth's more than likely going for a match with Roman, so we're gonna cross Seth off here. Drew McIntyre. Now, this is the one I believe is most likely, I hope is the most likely to win this chamber match for a second year in a row and go on to face Cody Rhodes. Everyone else wants John Cena or CM Punk. I want Drew McIntyre, okay? I want Drew McIntyre to take The Rock's side, become his chosen one, which makes sense. It all ties together, and become The Rock's corporate champion and beat Cody Rhodes. That is what I'd prefer, but due to the way WWE books Drew, I don't see it happening, unfortunately. So we're gonna keep Drew. We're gonna keep Drew uncrossed, because I really don't see John Cena or CM Punk turning heel. I mean, some people are saying John Cena might be the one to do this, but why does John Cena need the rub from The Rock? Why does he need that? And obviously, I'd love to see a John Cena heel turn, but this isn't the way to do it. It's the same with Cody. This isn't the way to do it. And I really don't see Punk doing it either. But Punk still has his story to finish with Paul Heyman about that favour. So why is he going to jump into doing this, right? But it's either John Cena or Drew McIntyre. It's either John Cena or Drew McIntyre, and it doesn't make any sense for it to be John Cena. I mean, if you want to turn John Cena heel, you can turn him heel, but he doesn't need to side with The Rock. It doesn't make any sense for me. I want this to be Drew McIntyre, so we're going to cross off Cena, we're going to cross off Punk. I want this to be Drew. Drew needs to get that big spot because he deserves it, and I think Drew McIntyre should win this chamber match, either with or without help from The Rock, and then he becomes The Rock's chosen one, and that can all tie into his past and everything else. So that's how I'd book it. If we're really doing this, that is how I would book this. But I can imagine WWE may go in a different direction. They're probably going to go with Cena. They might even go with Logan Paul over Drew McIntyre, which would be disgusting, right? But I think Drew McIntyre should win this. I think Drew McIntyre should be the one to get that rub from The Rock. Because at the end of the day, it was... Remember when we found out Drew McIntyre re-signed and The Rock put that video out? The Rock gifted him a sword and everything, right? That can tie into it. Again, his former Chosen One gimmick can tie into it. He can be the Chosen One once again. It all makes sense. And Drew deserves it, man. Drew really deserves a big spot like that. After everything he's done, after all the work he's put in, from boring babyface, we're not interested in him, to heel that just is interested in every single fucking week, no matter what he's doing, right? Unless it's against Damian Priest. So, if we're really going to do this, it isn't the way I want to do it. I'd rather see The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and finish that off so Cody can get his win back. But because Rock Hogan doesn't want to do that doesn't work for him, brother, it looks like it's going to be, hopefully, Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. Maybe give Drew the win and get Drew going as a big-time heel. A real big-time heel. And you can revisit Drew versus Punk later on down the line for a championship match. And then CM Punk can beat Drew, right? Maybe even at WrestleMania next year, but we are sick of the long championship reigns at this point, man. Everyone's going over 300 days with a championship run, and I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sure everyone else is as well, man. We wanted longer championship reigns instead of people only having like 40 days as champion. And fucking, now we've got that. We don't want it anymore, man. Give me a fucking a 2-month championship reign for someone, please. Preferably one of the world champions, but that's how I want it to go down. I think it might go down with Cena, but I really want it to be Drew. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you think my analysis might be correct. But I'm not confident. I'm not confident WWE's going to go with either John Cena or fucking probably Logan Paul. And I don't want Logan Paul in a match with Cody Rhodes anymore, especially in the main event of WrestleMania, when there are much more deserving people than Logan Paul, like Drew McIntyre, for example. So, the segment itself, I thought it was pretty mid. I mean, I watched it on ×2 speed. I didn't stay up for Smackdown like I said I was going to. I was going to, and I decided no. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, follow me on XCrossman25. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.